So it all started when I was at a random Best Buy in Utah, and I ran into one of my best buddies at Sony. But all of a sudden he drops this bombshell on me and told me that Sony makes all of the cameras in the iPhone. This blew my mind. And at that moment I knew that I had to compare a Sony full frame camera to the one and only iPhone 16 Pro Max. We'll be comparing the two cameras in 5 different scenarios to see which one performs the best. I'll be creating a montage, and the main focus of the montage will be this watch. And so we'll be using both cameras in all the different scenarios and see which one can make the best footage of this little watch right here. So I'm super excited to see how it looks. So right now we're running a shot where we're basically looking at the post button right here, and then it cuts right to the watch, all with this arm right here. I just barely did it with the Sony camera. Now we're gonna do it with the iPhone 16 Pro Max. So not bad, kind of a smooth shot, but we'll see how it turns out. All right, so now for this shot, we're gonna be getting the dark shot to show the glowing of the watch. I'm gonna be using the Sony camera versus the iPhone. So right now I'm just juicing up the glow of the watch. I'm gonna turn all the lights off, and we're gonna see what type of shot we can get and add that to our montage. All right, we're pretty glowed up. Let's get the lights off. Oh, that's sick. So my iPhone is having a real hard time focusing right here. Wow, it looks super cool though. All right, now we've got our Sony cam going on right here. All right, next thing I wanna do is I wanna get some close-up shots of it. We're gonna try the slate surface. Let's see if you can see it. It's really hard to tell, but it should look really good in the dark. All right, so here's the deal. I got the watch right here. I'm gonna put the camera like same level as the watch and see if I can get a sick shot that I can transition from the night shot, the watch in focus, and we're gonna slowly bring up the light. Okay, that seemed pretty sick, I'm not gonna lie. Now we're gonna do the same thing with the iPhone. The iPhone seems to be, it does a little bit better in the dark than the Sony does. At least the settings, the automatic settings are a little bit better. All right, so now we're gonna transition this into an action shot. I just dropped my camera. I'm gonna keep it rolling. Okay, so we have some freshly fallen snow. So I'm gonna lay the watch in the snow. That is beautiful. I'm gonna do it all handheld, so we'll see how this goes. The macro mode on the iPhone here. All right, now for this shot, I really wanted to kind of show the action mode on the iPhone because it's really good. And I want to compare it to something like this. I want to have me running and just focusing on the watch the whole time while it's on my wrist. Oh, I just know that looks so awful on the Sony. All right, now we got the iPhone right here. We'll see how that looks. All right, so the next shot I'm trying to get right here is just an in-car looking down at your watch type deal. I feel like I see a lot of this stuff like with supercars. Obviously this is not a supercar, it's just a little Volkswagen. It's a supercar to me. Yeah, we'll see how it turns out. I don't really know, but we're gonna give it a try. We're gonna start with the iPhone. Let's see what we can do with the Sony here. So a lot of this is handheld, so it's gonna be shaky. I'm gonna have to edit it after, but the next shot I'm trying to get here is I want to get a shot where I'm just holding my hand down and I'm like walking, and I just wanted to nail the focus when my hand's like just down. I want to see how that looks, and so I'm going to try that with the Sony first. A little bit closer, a little further away. Honestly, I have no idea. Hopefully it looks decent. Let's check. I'm just trying to get an array of shots here that we can edit into a nice little edit. All right, I want to say we nailed the focus on that one. I don't know though. All right, I think our last shot that we're gonna do is we're gonna use this bank. I want to position the watch so that we just get the mountains and then the watch. And so it's like this bank of snow in these snowy mountains. I don't know how it's gonna work out. It's all an experiment. We're gonna try it now with the iPhone, and then I think we'll go hit the editing and see what we can do. So now we have the iPhone. I don't think it looks awful. It's a pretty sick watch, not gonna lie. not gonna lie right now. It's all looking pretty good except for this shot right here. It's looking pretty... the stabilization is just not, it's just not meant for that. It's like, these type of cameras are just not meant for that. So it's not looking so good. Okay, so I just finished the one for the Sony camera and it looks pretty decent. I think this is my favorite shot right here. But now we're gonna go on to the iPhone and then we'll be compiling all together and see what we can do. I'm gonna have my fiance look at both of the montages and she has to guess which is the Sony camera and which is the iPhone and which one she likes better. All right, let's do this. So we're gonna move the camera out of the way. Okay, ready?
Yeah.
So this is the first edit right here. Ready?
Okay.
Set, go. Okay, so that was the first edit.
Okay.
What'd you think?
It was good. I liked most of the shots, honestly.
All right, let me show you the second one.
Okay. That one was good. I liked them both. I feel like the second one seemed sharper. The color seemed better. The depth of field was good.
So which one do you think is the Sony? Which one do you think is the iPhone?
So I think the first one is the iPhone and the second one is the Sony. I liked the second one better.
Okay.
Yeah, it just seemed a little bit more sharp and clear.
iPhone versus Sony camera. Sony camera wins.